Hi, welcome to another edition of Dog Runner and Branding Random. This is Fusion Talk. We'll go ahead and hit with a new book called Grit by Angela Duckworth. And we got hold of this book when we attended a symposium, leadership symposium about 4 years ago or 3 years ago. And Angela Duckworth talked about how human behavior can be successful and stronger if you have this thing called grit. And grit is, something about how you can succeed in this crisis. So hopefully this will be appropriate for everyone to read a book. But I'll go ahead and see if I can go ahead and give you the book instead of you guys buying and reading it if you don't have time. So despite all this crisis, we on working hard, keeping it all together, we don't really believe that it will get us over or go to the top of our career. Um, we have this perseverance, but a lot of this way of thinking is so misguided, and it's quite naive. Well, this book talks about how important grit is in terms of being resilient. So one of the examples Angela Duckworth talked about was even though we like to say that hard work is the key to success, we have natural talent bias. We have this quality, important intelligence, or good looks. Uh, in this kind of scenario, we tend to deceive ourselves by answering against our natural instinct. So people are asking, what's what's the key? And based on her research, 66% of the respondent um, have talked about how important grit is. So she had a research, I believe, around 2011, on how work perseverance brings success in career. In this case, hopefully, in this pandemic in our business. Um, so Angela Duckworth talked to several experts who favored hard work, and overwhelmingly, although some people have natural talent, let's say in one example is playing the piano, some have natural talent, but they don't become successful because they're lacking that grit, that resilience, that perseverance. Most often than not, this talents are natural, but grit is the key for a business, for a career to succeed. And this time of pandemic um, could help us develop that grit. One example was former President Clinton, the way he developed his grit. Even though Hillary is more talented, uh, Bill Clinton succeeded because the formula he put was talent times effort equals skill. That's the formula. Talent times effort is skill. That's how you develop skill. But then you move towards next, which is skill times effort equals achievement. And this applies to athletics, basketball, or having that Olympic gold medal. He studied several Olympic gold medals, and they have that formula. So, talent or skill times uh, equals achievement. So, there's a reason for this. One example gave was there's this guy who is dyslexic, hard time in reading. She doesn't have the skill, but through grit, um, this person, I believe the name was Irving, developed writing skill, and he earned the National Book Award in 1978. Even though he's dyslexic, he was able to write the best book. and got an award for it. Not because of his natural talent, but because of his grit. So, low level goals like this and high level goals like this pandemic going on, having this grit can meet your goals even after this pandemic. How are you going to catch up with getting a job again? How are you going back to the business? Grit is the key. Another example was incorporating all these small goals that you have in life and having a vision and placing inspiration day to day life. So sticking to a disciplined routine, you know, have your passion straightforward, have developed this routine daily. Um, so there's a lot of the people, successful, like Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson, went through some examples and went through, that's not example they mentioned, but I read other books about them, and they actually have this grit developed, not because of their natural talent, but because of their grit. Um, there's so many research studies she did. One example is the psychologist in 2000, around 2003. Um, being creative minded can satisfy. It's either can satisfy your job or not. So if you have that drive drive to succeed, you'll develop this grit eventually. I mean grit eventually. So um, what else? So today's generation, you know, to have successful career, it's hard to develop this grit because they have all this resources. They can just Google everything. So um, it's hard for them to get this develop this grit that Angela Duckworth's talking about. Another example he talked about was, I believe, Ericsson, or the one who developed Nokia phone. Um, they also practiced deliberate practice in getting off your autopilot if you would avoid repetition. Um, and it gives you, you know, like for instance, during your training session, you get feedbacks on your progress, and every day you track what you're doing until it becomes a almost like an autopilot, and that's how some people succeed. The best way to avoid procrastination, he also talked about, is to get motivated by finding the purpose of your work. And motivation is easy to find if you're doing something you love. Um, but realizing your work contributes to, you know, like the well being of others can be as motivating. And this time of pandemic is the best way to practice that by helping those who need it. Um, so, bottom line, the key to the book is that you should do something you love, but you will have some rough time during those days, like this pandemic. But you develop um, hard work, which can lead to maybe sometimes doubt. You've been doing it and you're not accomplishing anything. Um, and you can motivate yourself to keep working toward your goals. So just give yourself a challenge every day uh, in order to practice grit. And for example, if you want to, you know, write a blog or plan to do um, video like this, do it. Just do it instead of just saying it. Begin cultivating grit power, because you'll fail until you succeed. So that's the key, or the key of the book. Um, so hopefully that help you save time if you're not into reading books. But books are way of expanding your mind, not necessarily following them, just listening to their opinion. And that's my purpose on reading books. Not necessarily to follow them, just to get a different point of view. So until next time, books on career, commerce, and culture. I'll review them. You saw some of my books, and I'll give maybe 10 to 15 minutes analysis of the book. So if you're not into books, you can just listen to me chat on Fusion Talk. Till next time, don't forget our sponsor is Emboss Creation, and just go to the page and like it and share it. In that way, I can continue to do this review the books. Um, Different location, just happen to be at home, at the beach, and just randomly talk whatever I can remember. Till next time, have a great run. Nikki, come here.